talking.
Okay.
It's on video, she'll help you. Everybody seated and comfortable?
Yes, very good.
So good afternoon and welcome, everyone. As we've already begun, if you do have a cell phone or anything that needs to be quieted down, please make sure you do that. Although for many the sacred and the mundane meet and coexist as often as humanly possible, marriage is very much a sacred union. For it is a union of souls in which the bride and groom pledge unto one another their higher selves and all that is divine within themselves. You will hear an elemental blessing today. All the world's religions still parallel the agricultural calendar because the natural world speaks its lessons softly and constantly. In the blessing, we simply ask to understand and be able to see the attributes of each element can help us along our journey. Almost all cultures and faiths have a sacred meal of communication with the divine. During a wedding, it is the added meaning of feeding on and drinking in the promises the couple has made. Those of you who have been to a Greek Orthodox ceremony will undoubtedly recognize the symbolic binding of the hands at the end of the service that inspires the terms bonds of holy matrimony. And to tie the knot, of course. This custom has also been known the world over through many different periods in history. During the Middle Ages, to be seen in public holding hands was a sign that a couple was exclusive to one another. While rings were for the very rich, love knows no bounds, and a simple cord would do just fine. Those of you who are fans of the Renaissance period will be happy to see the jumping of the broom at the closing of the ceremony, which symbolically sweeps clean the past, reminding our Cheryl and Dell that the power to create the future ahead and the quality of life that they both so richly deserve is their own. Cheryl and Dell would like to take a moment to thank all of you for being here with them today. They know that making this journey took considerable effort for a good many of you, and for this they are deeply grateful. All of you are the most important people in their lives. All the time and the conversations that you've had with Cheryl and Dell before they even met helped to make them who they needed to be to first find themselves and each other. You have shared in their best and their worst days, and you are an irreplaceable part of their yesterdays, their todays, and all of their tomorrows. So as you can see, although many of you don't live right around the corner, you're never far from their hearts. I look out at you now, and I see a rich and diverse weave of differing beliefs, lifestyles, ages, and viewpoints. Yet you are all here celebrating your love for Cheryl and Dell, wishing for them all that they would want for themselves, rather than what our hopes may have been. It sounds more like an ideal, but it isn't. And it is part of what makes their life together a thing of such great beauty. There's a term we often hear at events such as this with very little explanation. That term is perfect love and perfect trust, or unconditional love. In the case of a marriage, and in the case of all loving, caring, committed relationships, the ideal that this speaks of is not about perfection, but about expecting and accepting imperfection and human frailty. It means that a couple must say to one another, I accept and I expect that on occasion you will anger me as I will anger you, and that you will hurt me as I will hurt you. But I know in my heart that between us there is a love and affection and a friendship that is stronger. And I trust that no pain will has caused ill will, malice, or pettiness. Just that I trust that we are together for a reason and that we will never throw each other away. I trust that at our best we will live together in love and joy and harmony, and at our worst we will fight with, for, and beside each other for the greater good, without fear and abandonment. The divinely inspired desire to be together for a lifetime is indeed something well worthy of fighting for. And these dear friends are the promises that you've invited to bear witness to this day. Since ancient times, people have communed with nature to learn more about themselves by example. Since it is within nature that we all do abide, we ask for Cheryl and Dell the Lord's blessing, as well as nature's elements, air, fire, water, and earth. We do this that they may fully come to understand the lessons each element has to offer. The attribute of which are examples of those aspects they mirror, not only within divinity, but within ourselves as well. We ask the spirits of air to keep open the lines of communication between this couple. May their future be as bright as the dawn on the horizon. As air flows freely to, from, and through us all, may their hearts and minds and souls come to know the world and each other in this manner. Seeing not only with their eyes, may they grow wise with wisdom. Spirits of fire, we ask that Cheryl and Dell's passion for each other and for life itself remain strong and vital, fortifying each day with a vibrancy rooted in boldness and courage. As fire clears the way for new growth, may they know that this power is theirs, to create change and bring about the richness and quality that comes from the true love of life. We ask the spirits of water that their love for each other and the comfort of loved ones, like the serenity of the deep blue ocean, be the oasis that forever surrounds our bride and groom. May they be well loved and loved well, letting the surety which the water makes its journey to the sea, flowing over the rocks or around trees, ever turning into vapor and riding a cloud, ever serve as a reminder that with love all is well and will endure. Spirits of earth, we ask that you give unto those that you see standing before you on this day the rock-solid place to stand and fulfill their destiny. May their journey mirror the vast plains and fertile fields, expansive and alive. May they find the right seeds to sow to ensure a bountiful harvest. And when they look up at the northern star, may they know that it is bright and constant as their love for each other, as well as the love of the divine that is for them. Divine Spirit, whose presence is felt in all things and at all times, we ask your continued blessings upon this couple, upon their union, and upon their family and friends who have gathered here to celebrate this joyous event with them. May they become one in truth and forever revel in the magic that is their love. And now we will draw down. In drawing down of divinity into Cheryl and Dell, it connects them with the divinity within themselves, reminding us that in marriage it is our higher selves and the best that we have to give that we offer one another. Lady Cheryl, I ask you to call upon all that is divine within you. Let it come forth and shine. In you dwells the essence of the divine feminine principle of the universe. You are wife, mother, lover, friend, prophet, and confidant. In you is everything that anyone could ever aspire to be and more. In you is strength, wisdom, perfection, and peace. Shine, dear one, and show your true nature. Lord Dell, I ask you to call upon all that is divine within you. Let it come forth and shine. In your lives, the essence of God. You are husband, healer, protector, visionary, friend, and confidant. In you is everything that anyone could ever aspire to be and more. In you is strength, wisdom, perfection, and peace. Shine mighty and show to all your true nature. I will now hold out the rings entrusted to me by Cheryl and Dell. My hands beneath serve as a symbol of how Cheryl and Dell and their marriage are supported upon this earth by the love of their friends and family as blessed from above. Lord, bless these rings and this couple who shall wear them. Keep them safe through adversity, forever supported by your eternal blessing. The ring finger of the left hand, the side of the body that holds the heart, has been used for the wedding band because for centuries people believed that there was a vein that ran directly from that finger to the heart. They also believed that the words that were spoken during the placing of the ring would resonate over and over, like the circumference of the band itself, through to the heart and soul of both the giver and the receiver, of the most monumental promise of all, the promise of a lifetime as husband and wife. Lord Dell, if it is truly the desire to become one with this woman, then present to her a symbol of thy pledge and a token of thy love. Lady Cheryl, you're the most gracious and lovely one that Dell has ever seen, for he understands the essence of thy true self. The beauty which radiates around thee can only be rivaled by the beauty which radiates from within thee. The pledge of his sword is as the pledge of his soul. It is his prowess, his fire, his passion, his strength, his courage, and his ability to protect, defend, and care for thee. With the strength of his blade and the endurance of its steel to represent what is in his heart, take from him now, as his beloved, the ring that rests upon it, and choose him to be your own. Shall we say, I accept the pledge of your blade.
I accept the pledge of your blade.
And the eternal promise of this wedding day.
And the eternal promise of this wedding day. I do choose you to be mine. From this day forth, and into the end of time, and beyond the end of time, I do take you to be mine.
I thee wed. I take you as my friend, my lover, and my wife, from this day forth, and into the end of time. We will meet and remember and love again. Lady Charlotte, if it is truly your desire to become one with this man, then present to him unto a symbol of your pledge and a token of your love. Lord Dell, is in the eyes of this woman, you are the only man in the world. Yours is the voice of sound reason and unwavering support. You are the spark to the bonfire of her passions, and yours is the arms in which she shall lay down and rest. The pledge of her chalice is the pledge of all that is within her, felicity and her devotion. The place in her heart where two souls can be sheltered and nourished, that they may grow together, ever closer, and flourish as the leaves on the trees and the fruits of the vine. As the depth and bounty of her chalice foretells the riches of your future together, take from her now the band that lies within, and do choose her as your own. I'm going to say, I accept the pledge of her chalice.
Accept the pledge of your chalice.
And the eternal promise of this wedding day.
And the eternal promise of this wedding day.
Repeat after me. For the girl you were.
For the girl you were.
For the woman you are.
The woman you are.
For the wife that you shall be to me.
The wife you shall be to me.
I toast to you to you.
Toast.
And do choose you to be my own. If you now place this ring upon my finger,
If you now place this ring upon my finger,
I shall from this day forth,
I shall from this day forth,
until beyond the end of time,
beyond the end,
I take you to be my own. And now, Cheryl, with this ring, I